Hello and welcome back, gamers, to the series where a washed skiller tries to become a UIM Grandmaster. In the first episode I showed you guys this image, which showed the phases of what my plan to becoming a Grandmaster would entail. And in the first 3 episodes we worked on phase 1. In the previous episode we finished that phase with getting the noxious halberd finally done. And we also picked up some other items like some Zulra drops, the magic fang and the blowpipe up in the last episode. And at the end we made a start with phase 2 of this plan by getting our infernal cape. And in this episode I want to at least knock out the Avernic defender from phase 2 and also try and get the prayer scrolls. A while ago I stored my Trident of the Seas in here. And for those who do not know, this is a nest on the island of Eldrin. This was added pretty recently with Furthermore Part 2, I believe. And what this nest does is you can store some items in here. They cannot be too expensive, because if the GE value or the regular value of the item exceeds 100,000, you cannot store it anymore in here. But luckily this trident is piss cheap. And we can store it in here, which is actually super helpful, since it saves me an inventory slot when I do not want to use it. But what I'm gonna do now is actually not TOB yet. This is actually from a while ago. I forgot I had this clip, but I wanted to do some TOA, test my luck at the Tombs of Amascut, and try and get some Torsal seeds as well, because that place shits out Torsal seeds, so I can make more super combats for my TOB grinds coming up. I decided to go for a 205 invocations for my first TOA. I have learned the mechanics somewhat in the leagues from last year in the Trailblazer Reloaded, so I kind of know what's going on here. But yeah, my gear is definitely not great, and I also don't have OP relics, so it was definitely a little bit of a challenge. But I managed to complete this one, get a couple CAs as well, some free points, participation trophy I suppose. And yeah, no purple in the first one, which is not too surprising for a 205 info, but I'm mainly here for Torsal seeds. If I can get a purple, that would be very appreciated. Hopefully it's one that's useful, maybe a fang. If I can spoon a fang here, that would be amazing. But yeah, mainly here for the Torsal seeds. We get some gold ore for the first one, which is cool, I suppose. Starting the gold ore stack, since all the 3 raids I believe drop gold ore, so I wonder how big of a stack I walk away with when I complete all my raid grinds. But yeah, let's keep sending some more. Just saw that one coming. Oh no, oh no. Oh! Right, stream's over. Dude, one fucking mistake and I'm just tilted, instantly. Well, now I just can't complete the room anymore because I don't have restores. That's great. Well, it was a 300, but now it's a 285 because I didn't make the time. Then I spent half an hour trying to learn the Red X Baba method, because this is probably very useful for later on, so I might as well try and learn it on the lower invocations as well. But yeah, this was not too exciting. And it's kind of a stupid boss, but oh well. I guess mechanics are mechanics. Alright, we finally completed a 300. It only took almost 50 minutes, but I did take some breaks, and I don't know, I died once at Baba, but I managed to do it. Let's see what white chest is looking like. Yeah, it's a white chest, I already see the key. I got happy for a second, and I was like, oh, 10 Torsals? No, 10 runners. Fuck 'em. I switched to the noxious halberd, since it also has a stab option, and it was better DPS slightly over the Hasta. And it also comes in clutch when you are in sticky situations as Carefree. And you can also use it on the melee when you have the melee trap set up, which is cool, I suppose. Some new tech with this weapon before you get a fang, if you happen to have one. Alright, let's see this purple. 11 KC? Surely. Ooh! Ooh, it is actually purple. Interesting. Well, what do we think? I'm feeling a little fang. Come on. Called Shadow, by the way? Yeah, let's see that. Let's see that. That kind of stinks. Not terrible, not great either. What do we do with this? Do we just put it in a POH? I was kind of hoping for something I could actually use. I don't think this thing is gonna see use for a very long time. Yeah, this is POH angle, I think. Well, the Missouri... Does it go in the armor case or this one? Always the wrong one. Well, see ya. We have one piece in here somewhere now. It's a beginning. It's a beginning. Alright, that fucking does it. TOA arc is done. I want to do something else. But before we continue to something else, first a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. Factor takes the stress out of meal planning and prepping. With Factor, you can skip the grocery stores, prep work and cooking. And in return, you get chef-crafted and dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. Factor offers 35 different meals you can choose from every week, including options like keto, calorie smart and vegan. And the best thing for us gamers is that every meal is ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, saving you a ton of time per day, which means more time to work on your RuneScape grinds. And when things get hectic, Factor is flexible. You can change your order up every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. Get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box using my link. And your support means that I can continue bringing you the content that you love. To help out, use my link or the code to subscribe to Factor. And thank you for being amazing. And thanks to Factor for sponsoring. So we have arrived at the Theater of Blood. The best raid for most people. Definitely more enjoyable than TOA, I think. I also learned TOB, at least the mechanics, in leagues last year. So again, I don't have to like learn this from scratch, luckily. But my gear is extremely trolly. I am pulling up with full crystal here, since, yeah, UIM moment, I cannot store the crystal. And yeah, I don't really have the inventory space to bring void and whatnot, so yeah, it's not optimal. But at least the Noxious Halberd is like really good. It's pretty much my best in slot until I get a scythe for melee, since like getting the Blade of Seldor is just like not really worth it anymore. And you can attack from like 1 tile away, which is pretty helpful for like Maiden, for example. It gives you an extra tick of reaction time when the blood flies out if you stand on the south side, which is pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, I am looking for the Avernic Defender here, of course. As the permanent upgrade for the account, and it's also storable, so I would really like to have that one. Luckily it is common, but yeah, we'll see how long it takes. And I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay at TOB, because yeah, upgrading my gear is probably beneficial for me to get more MVP points in the rooms. But if I can snag like a Sang Staff, for example, that would really help my ability to like no prep in chambers. Or also help like the TOA grind before I get a Shadow. But yeah, looking forward, excited for TOB. Dude! What? Oh my god, sorry. Already doing super well on my first KC in the cage, watching my team take down Xeric, hopefully, otherwise we wipe and I have to get another looting bag. But we were victorious, luckily. I cannot say the same thing about our second KC. This time it was not my fault, as I was the last alive, but yeah, off to a great start. And some little tech for the UIMs doing TOB. Well, in this case I did forget to like abort the offer in the GE, but what you can do is like try to buy a bond for 100,000 GP. and then abort all the offers, so you can just withdraw the 100k to pay for the death fee without having to like leave the area of TUB and like not being able to get back here properly. Seen my first purple on 2kc and I got some vials of blood. And first raid I didn't die in on 3kc, got back in my day combat achievement. And we also saw another purple straight away, back to back, as well for the same person. This time we got a Sang. Hopefully those items are mine one day. The Noxious Halberd is also super nice at Zarpus, since you can just stand one tile away and just rag those tiles without like really affecting your teammates if they're doing like ranging methods or like the normal like 4-tick cycle. It's also very nice at Versic P2, since you don't really have to worry about like stepping in on the correct time. So it's definitely a noob weapon here at TUB, but I do like it because of that. And since it also venoms, you can also use it on the purple crab, which means you don't need to bring like a blowpipe or whatever. First MVP of the TUB grind, probably because everyone else died, but yeah, pretty cool to see. And also someone, because I petted the team this KC on 12 KC for me. Ooh, okay. Was it my MVP? Alright, that's deserved. IMO. Yes, my MVP. Alright. Let's see what it is. I knew it was gonna happen, man. I knew it. TUA also gave me the fucking mask. And then we get a Justy Helm from this bullshit. I guess Ancestral Head is gonna be our first item from Chambers then. It's already written in the stars. I mean, Justy is nice to have full Justy, but I would rather get an item that I can actually use. Random perfect Sotosec task. And 25 kill count. Quickly gonna be making the Purging Staff from the one Synapse that I still had left. I reverted it from the bow to a Synapse, and now I'm gonna make this one since it has 37 magic accuracy, which is the highest in the game actually for a main weapon. And that allows me to have 100% catch rate on the red crabs at Maiden in my like blood bark without augury. So yeah, sometimes when we do not have a freezer, I could now step up to the role of freezing at Maiden, which is pretty cool. Very niche but useful item for me right now. And it also looks very cool with blood bark in my opinion and the Zamarok mage cape. But yeah, having the UIM catching the crabs at Maiden is maybe a little bit of a weird one since we are limited on inventory space, but it only can mean one thing, that there are other UIM on the team. Went and messed around a little bit with entry mode at TUB. Not to like get practice or anything, but I just knocked out all the CAs. This was the last one, appropriate tools. Still a while away from the elite tier. But yeah, that's another one greened out. Alright. Let's see what this purple is. Hopefully not a Justy piece again. Ooh, a rapier. Is that good? Is that good? It's good for TOA, I suppose, pre-Fang. I mean, I'll take it. I had some comments on the previous video as well to showcase the chugging barrel a little bit more. Here at TOB it is also super useful because, yeah, you pretty much use these 4 different potions. Well, I have 5 here since I also can bring Divine, so I don't have to like read back that often for more sips. But you can just like withdraw the potions from the chugging barrel at the bank before you start another raid and adjust the ratio of like how many brews and restores you have to your liking. And yeah, it's actually super helpful. It makes like gearing for TUB like pretty much just as fast as a main. You can even pre-pot the thing if you wanted, and you don't have to have noted potions in your inventory anymore, which is like a big plus for UIM since it saves like multiple inventory slots. But it does require you to have the noted potions in your looting bag, so you do need some extra space there, but it's well worth it. Purely Mimic. Red Firelighters, no way! God damn it, these things are shit. Good spell! 75 KC. There is no way! Oh my god, there is no way. Don't give me another helm. Yes! Finally, the Avernic hilt has been achieved. Alright, thank you guys. There is no way that just happened, dude. I just get PK'd and I get rewarded. All planned, yeah. Well, we have the Avernic hilt, which we can put on the defender now. Very nice, Avernic defender. I could move to like other raids now. I just wanted to get the Avernic from this place. It is mine. What the fuck? I was just reading chat, but oh, please, it's gonna be a dupe, I think. But let's see. Yeah, well, it's to be expected. Where is the log? I got 5 purple so far. 2 helms, 2 Avernics, and 1 rapier. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Could have been 5 Avernics. So it's not too bad. It's actually a mimic. Okay, we need to do that real quick. Okay, we don't have to do any clues anymore. Unless we die at the mimic. How does this work? Press melee and you run around. Ah! Oh, that's not a good spec. Alright, we killed it. And we get the task. Hell yeah. I'll take the mahogany plank with me. Nice. No more elite clues on the account. And we get to open the clue, of course. And we enter stream, of course. To confess here, I wiped my seed box last night. After I did the clue, where I got a mimic, I went to eat dinner. And when I got back, I just had everything picked up except like my seed box and like a couple other items. And I was like, oh, run some roofs. And then I was gonna do some more TUB, and then I realized that my seed box was no longer in my inventory and there was no timer on my screen anymore. So the seed box it was not many seeds, it was not that bad, but it kinda sucked still. Because now I have to do tide farm at some point. And I have another confession to make. I always was saying that graceful is bad, you should never get it. It's not efficient, which is true. But I had some downtime during the raids every now and then. I ran some roofs. And this graceful hood is the final item of full graceful set. So I am now a disgusting graceful owner on the Ultimate Iron Man. Sorry guys. That is the Theater of Blood Grandmaster. 150 kill count. Surely purple for that one. I see the team leaving already. That's not a good sign. After I finished the 150 CA KC task from TUB, I wanted to do something else and get ready for the Chambers of Xeric grind. And since I got a rapier from TUB that I can use for TUA to get my fang, my Zemuriokin Hasta isn't really that useful anymore. So I was like, we should probably turn that into a lance, because that is like best in slot at Chambers, which will be very useful there. So what I'm going to do is to tutorial skip for a Hydra task. Hey, there's some Hydras. That didn't really take too long, like half an hour maybe of tutorial skipping. I already prepared the slaughter bracelets and pretty much geared straight away for Hydra, so we can just jump in. And I got these Erexite Venom Sac to cure my poison, since I still had an Erexite task from like finishing the Noxious Halberd in the previous episode, so I just picked up all those things and can use that for this boss now. The working overtime CA completed. I had to like... well, Hydra Tail. I was gonna say, I had to like get used to the boss a little bit, because I was not doing too well at the first couple trips, but yeah, working overtime is the 10 KC in one trip, I believe, so that's pretty poke. What? Hydra's Eye, the next kill? Can it be the Lance, please? Next kill? Hard Glue Casket, the first one on the account. Surely we get Bendel's Plate Body on first clue. Yeah, I didn't think so either. Yeah, there we go. 150 kills at the Hydra. No spoon on the claw, unfortunately. But we're gonna continue. Do have to get a new task in a little bit, though. Oh, shit! Okay. Oh, never mind. Bro, what? 2 kills later I get dragon knives after the claw? I don't know anymore. I am very lucky at this boss. Dragon knives honestly might be worth keeping for a little bit. They could be useful for like some CA, some speed tasks. Like Leviathan is the first one popping in my head here, but yeah, I'm not sure. But dragon knives aren't easy to like actually get on the mount, so yeah, I don't know. Whoa. Combining the claw and the hasta into the lance. Oh man, that thing looks fucking amazing. Very happy to get that one out of the way. And also, even almost better that I didn't get the Hydra leather, because the Hydra leather is good, of course. It's better than barrel gloves for melee, but that's about it. Like, it's an extra permanently, like, looting bag slot, and you have to, like, unmake it every time if you want to, like, store it in a looting bag if you don't need it. And the barrel gloves are very good and also useful for ranged. So, yeah, I'm actually glad I don't have to worry about an extra item that is only marginally better than the barrel gloves. And the barrel gloves, if you don't want them anymore, you can just drop them and buy them back for 100k. So yeah, very happy that I just spooned the lance. And buying the Void Mage Helm, because I am gonna use Void at first for chambers, because it is pretty similar DPS to my other setups, and I think it's slightly easier to switch between melee and magic with this one, but yeah, we'll just have to go and see how it goes, because I am not experienced with chambers at all. Well, I have done some team raids in the past, but that was just like standing there and just taking every hit from Olm and just like triggering the yellow potion until the Olm died. But yeah, now I actually have to learn the solos, and I'm just gonna go into a raid and just die over and over and over again until I got the 4-to-1 method and the 3-to-0 magic running somewhat down, and then I'll try and just work from there. First thing I needed to learn was like the timings of the Olm head turning. It can be useful to have the visual metronome plugin on. I did have it enabled, but I didn't really look at it too much after this. But yeah, just getting a feel for like how Olm's head turn and how to do like the 1-to-0 method technically, just like running from the mage side to the far side on melee, and then just like running all the way from left to right and waiting like 2 ticks. Was good to get a feel for it, but yeah, things got out of hand quickly when I started to do some attacking in the meantime. I found it pretty hard to like keep attacking on the correct tick. Often I was just like 1 tick early and I just ran out already, and then Olm just finished me off quickly. But after a while, when I started to incorporate like the tick walking to make sure that I was attacking on the correct tick, it was honestly pretty easy, this one. But yeah, then the 4-to-1 came around with the lance, and that was a lot harder to learn. I died so many times here and just got like ran by fucking Olm. But in the end, it started to like click a little bit. I was able to hold the 4-to-1 cycle for like a couple rotations, which was already a huge improvement. But then the next day, after going over the things I learned in this raid like over and over again in my head, I had to like try and like put it to the test, see if I could survive against Olm. And I actually managed to not die on my first ever solo attempt. I didn't have any voice recording of this because I was like giga focused, but yeah, I was mind blown that I actually could do this first attempt. Unfortunately, I did blank in my second kill somewhere early in Olm, but yeah, we need to like get better at this and see if we can get our first purple. Just got the ancient tablet from Chambers, and on a UIM this is a bit of a weird one, since yeah, I don't have the Xeric talisman on me at all times, so I need to get one right now, use the talisman on it, and then drop it again. So I don't get the ancient tablet again, so it replaces like a loot roll from the white loot. But after I got 5,000 Lizardman Fangs from Chambers, then I need to get my Xeric talisman back again, and then I can mount it in my POH. So yeah, I guess you can call this another UIM moment. No! I still got that actually. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's gonna be perfect Olm, holy shit. I knew I didn't miss any specials, and I almost missed that one fucking pool there. I was tryharding so hard for the perfect Olm there, but I actually got it. Sick. No purple though, scammed. And that's putting it on the line, the 40k points task. I just didn't like an extended raid for this one. And when we check the CA task thingy here, if you can navigate this, it means that I only have the KC tasks left, and of course the speed tasks for solo and trio. I do already have the 5-man, that was because we boosted that during the speedrun for the medium CAs. I regret that a little bit, but yeah, what can you do? Completed is completed at this point. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah, he can't really make like banger skiller updates from that position, and Rise is usually just doing all— oh shit! Dragon Claws. I'm just yapping and we just get fucking Dragon Claws. Well, that is also an item that is not very useful because I have Burning Claws. Let's spec something with it. I know the perfect candidate. Yeah. What? There is no way that just happened. Dude, what the fuck? They also elk for like Bislow. It's actually the same KC as well, like 43 again, like 43, 43 for 86. Oh my... Ah! Yep. Okay. What is this shit? That's the second one. Oh, do I have to... I'm gonna take that back, man. I want my 2 mil on the main. Ah! Okay, well, whatever, man.